Alright, we're here with Niv-Mizzet Parun. Kind of surprised I haven't really given this guy a shot yet. I love blue-red, and what's better than blue-red than a control version of it, where you play a bunch of counter spells, some card draw. The removal spells are a little bit weak, because they're like red, so they're like damage-based, so you don't really kill everything, but you probably kill enough and then counter the rest of it, right? You have some sweepers here. Storm's Wrath is another one. I don't think I own it. It deals 4 to everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. What's it called? Storm's Wrath. I'm not sure I own it. It's yeah, this Storm's Wrath. You can run this as well. Probably good enough. It's basically the red Languish that also hits Planeswalkers. So, you know. Usually the minus isn't the relevant part of Languish, because there's not a lot of things that Languish wouldn't kill that has 4 toughness. So it's similar enough that, you know, you wouldn't notice. And obviously different color, you don't really have a choice. I'm running the Wand. I think this card is still underplayed. In fact, I don't think I have ever seen anyone play this. It is 3 removal spells. The 2/4s can kind of get annoying, but you'd rather deal with those than, like, a planeswalker. I mean, a creature that's just, you know, destroying your soul. We'll see, though. There's a chance that I do die to the Ox over and over. But who knows? I just like the card, and I never see anyone run it anywhere. Giant's Amulet, another card I don't see too often, and Mirror Shield, because we're trying to give Niv-Mizzet hexproof. Oh, I died to the Ox. Yeah. That would be a great way to die. Also, if you notice, this is the most insane curve I've ever had in a deck. It's a lot of 1s, a lot of 2s and 3s, and really nothing beyond that. There's no 4s at all. You'd say it's a wonky curve, but it's a slow format. You're not trying to curve out unless you're playing like mono white or mono red. We have Discover the Formula. I haven't really pulled this card off in a satisfying manner yet, so I'm just going to keep it in here until we try it, or just continue to play it until it works. Kind of like Phyrexian Obliterator, but that one literally never worked. I said it as I was typing, yeah. Alright, but yep, let's see how we play. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we will cast blue-red spells with Niv-Mizzet Parun. We also have, I forgot to say, Curiosity, which when you put it on Niv-Mizzet is a loop, because when he deals damage, you draw a card. When you draw a card, he deals damage. So if you have Niv-Mizzet and you have that 1 mana Curiosity enchantment, you essentially win the game if your opponent can't do anything about it. Okay, it's a blue-red mirror, except their commander comes in a little bit earlier. We have the 2 Frogifies, probably not doing anything this game. Though their commander really isn't that scary. It does sort of... We're just going to keep this. It does sort of do some weird stuff, but not too scary. Alright, I didn't expect that in any way. That's kind of unfortunate. We don't want to see a creature, especially this early, but there's not much I can do about it now. Just sort of hope that they don't have anything else. Okay. I could just die to that. It would be unfortunate, but not impossible. So we're going to play this here. I don't really care about their commander, which is, I guess, a good thing. Don't really care about it. Kind of forgot this card existed. Maybe I should be running it. The loot is nice. It's a 3 mana planeswalker. Starts in high loyalty. The ultimate comes pretty quickly. Yeah, I definitely would like that card in my deck. Can we afford to just play this here? Yeah. If we can get our opponent into a position where they're like draw going and they just have a 1/1, I'm happy. And I don't really expect us to die to their commander. I just don't want to see another creature. Oh, see another creature. Alright, so the kind of deck they are is not what I expected, making my hand significantly worse. I think we're just going to lose. I have to kill this now, so treasure. Do we need to loot? Yeah. I like the treasure token. I like the treasure token. Can I leave up anything spicy? I suppose I kind of can. Can leave up Narset's Reversal. if they do something crazy, which would be really funny. They're playing lands still, which means their ultimate is just less damage. This is a card I would have liked to play myself, but I don't know. I just don't like playing to the board and like not having counter magic up and then losing because of that. Yep. Oh. I don't see a reason to cycle my counterspell. Alright, this is a lot of counterspells. Blue, blue, we kind of have Niv-Mizzet mana, but it probably won't matter. Pass? Yeah, we're just gonna die. They have like a mini Shark Typhoon now, basically. Like a baby one. I like this deck though. This is a cool commander. Yeah, we're gonna counter that, I guess. I can copy my own counterspell. So I basically remand my own counterspell. And I still cast it to mess with my opponent's stuff. Really? Oh, come on. Alright, well. Opponent won the counter war. Didn't really matter. Still dead. I would have to top deck like a literal sweeper. And that actually isn't even good enough. No, that's not good enough. It doesn't kill the Royal Scions. I'm not even sure if they activated that turn yet. Yep, completely different than what I thought it was going to be. Blue-red is usually spell-based, and they had, like, the perfect turn one play and then a Robber of the Rich that would have started catching back up with, like, a missing hand because they had no cards in hand. It was just really good. Never seen this dude. Yeah, I have Curiosity in here. Orvar. Okay, so what do you do? I've read this card 3 times and I've never... Whenever you cast an Ender Sorcery, create a token that's a copy of... Okay. Sure. I'm going to keep this because of Wash Away. We have Strike It Rich. Kind of a... I like the card, but I'm sure there's people that don't. I think I'm just going to Strike It Rich right now. Yeah. Okay. Other permanents become a copy of those permanents. Causes you to discard this card, create a token, that's a copy. Okay, well you can't really discard it because it never goes to your own hand. Is good, but it's better in EDH. That's like every commander ever, though. It doesn't mean much. Every commander's better in... when you have more cards, it's certainly better. I don't know what this is doing. Especially with only half of it able to do anything strange to me. Okay, they just do that. Probably looking for a land. Oh, well, they found it. Yeah, I guess it's free to just cast this. We can Frogify it. Spell Pierce is decent. Can I play a tap land? 3. Do I have to leave up mana for anything? I'm just not gonna play a tap land because I don't want to get in trouble in the early game. I think we'll have time to play a tap land later and have it not matter. Okay. Well, that can be only 3 cards, because there's only 3 Foretell cards in blue that are ever ran. The Counterspell, the extra turn, and Glimpse the whatever. We're actually not running Glimpse. We're running, well, we're running this Glimpse. I hate your deck episodes, and then the player used it, and their commander destroyed everyone, and then did it again. That's funny. Alright, well, I'm gonna just counter this. If it's part of their game plan, I'd rather not lose to it. Mystical Dispute. I'm actually going to pay for this. I'm just going to crack the token. I'm going to pay for this because, yeah, that just seems nice. The Spell Pierce is still relevant. If it wasn't, then I would cast it, but I think it still is. We're going to play this tapped. Maybe we shouldn't. Hold on. 5. If I cast this... Yeah, I can cast this now because I'm not leaving up any mana for anything this turn. I might as well represent that I am by just like posturing the 3, but I'm not, obviously. Okay, that's fine. Funny enough, we don't really have a lot of targets. Oh, 3 or greater. Okay, our whole deck is 3 or greater. We're good. Alright, so they don't swing with this. They can't counter Niv-Mizzet, so what do we... Like, they literally cannot counter this. And I have Spell Pierce for a bounce spell, and a bounce spell is actually not the end of the world. So I'm just gonna do this. Don't really care what my opponent tries to do. I don't think there's anything they can do about this at all. Okay, they can bounce it, like I said. That's fine. Put it to hand, because there's not really any difference. So let's see if they just combo kill. Is there a combo in Historic Brawl that I'm not aware of? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Whenever you draw a card, put a counter on something. Okay. So this is going to start getting out of control, but maybe that's just a-okay. Pay 3 life. Replay Niv-Mizzet again. There's one other spell in the game that bounces this. Looks like they... that bounces it from the stack, so I would not draw a card when they cast a spell. But there's, again, plenty of bounce spells. Okay, what is that? Is that an exchange? Sorry, what? What does this do? Exile artifact or creature. Really? Wow. I don't think I've ever seen this card. Exile target artifact or creature for 3 mana sorcery. Hard blue removal. That is pretty cool. I like that. That's really cool. I've never seen that. Okay. I thought they would have no way to deal with this, but... Take action, yep. It's funny that I have an uncounterable card in blue, and, hey, Spell Pierce did a relevant thing, look at that. I have an uncounterable card against a mono blue deck, and they have answered my commander twice. Oh, okay, well, I guess I have to deal with this now. Yep, no block. Copy target instant sorcery, or copy a permanent spell. Okay, kind of weird, but we'll see. I can... This is not Prismari Command, I can't do that. I guess I'm swinging and leaving up my whole hand. I guess. No. Okay. They put another answered Niv-Mizzet on the top of their deck. My opponent's going to answer Niv-Mizzet 3 times in a mono blue deck. That is absolutely insane. Alright, we're going to do this. And then I'm going to Essence Scatter. Should I Essence Scatter? I can Frogify this. I think we're going to Essence Scatter. I don't know what they have at 1 mana, but they've played a lot of 1 mana spells lately. Right? Feels like they have. They have another card that costs 1 mana too. It would suck to lose to this thing that's slowly growing. I can blow it up right now, but is that what I really want to do? I guess. I can't see my opponent countering a sweeper. Not in this matchup, at least. But they're winning the damage race, and they have a Guardian Idol whenever they choose, too, so maybe I should just blow up the board. It's not like I don't have things to do afterwards. Yeah, that's fine. They want to get into a fight with this? Well, again, they only have 1 mana, so I don't know. Return it to your hand. Let's negate that. And then pass? Yeah, we pass. Search for Escanta is going to be good. Another Foretell card. Oh, right, it's the same one again. I guess we just Electrolyze, or do I leave this in hand for the Guardian Idol activation? Be kind of surprised to see them do that, and I'm just looking for a land, so I think this makes sense. Yep. This only you control, right? Yeah. Hey, our own wizard class. Nice. Hey, we can blow up this stupid thing now. Suppose I won't do anything. Well. Alright, let's do this, because I want Search for Escanta to resolve way before this. Alright, nice. So this probably will. And I'm leaving up 2 counterspells. It's kind of annoying if they... Yeah, I just have to. They haven't had anything yet with the engine. So we just take another turn to attempt to blow up the engine, which I will do. So shatter and draw discard. I like my hand though, so maybe just a treasure token. Treasure token and shatter. They Narset reversal it. I think this works if I just do this. It fizzles the... Yeah, they don't just get another one. Nice. Alright. That's a good sign. Whirlwind Denial is probably not great right now. It only really counters their commander at this point. Now, we do have to deal with another answer to Niv-Mizzet that they just have. So maybe it's wrong to just cast this until I have counterspell mana. So I don't think I should. And I have an Escanta anyways. Okay. So I'll just pass. Opponent just quickly went into my graveyard there. Ionize? I didn't even read that card. I'm just going to counter anything. Yeah, figured. The way they were playing it seemed like when somebody mouses over, it's kind of a subtle thing, but it's kind of consistent. When someone's like mousing over your stuff, looking and browsing your lands and stuff, it's like they're kind of assessing, like, all right, this is my last attempt at doing something, and if it doesn't work, I lose. Whenever the early game for them was really strong, they basically didn't have a commander, and they had a very strong start, and it just didn't really matter. They didn't capitalize on all that very timely tempo and whatnot. Did the red do anything for us in this game? We swept the board, or dealt with their creature, rather. We had a shatter. This didn't really... I mean, this could have been a draw discard. Yeah, the red... Yeah, it was mostly just a blue-on-blue matchup. I mean, look at the top card. Anytime, when each turn, cast a spell at the top. It shares a card type, card exile. Okay, so... Interesting. What's a card we saw that I liked a lot? That weird Foretell card that is currently... Yeah, Ravenform. I have never seen this card in my life. It's basically another Frogify, sort of, except the card gets exiled, so not really. I think I kind of want to run it, though. I do like that card. It is probably on nobody's radar. It's arguably better than the Ox wand, but I can't do the crime of doing that. Also, Discover the Formula was actually very effective, which is nice. I guess we could drop Strike It Rich. Maybe we're not about that. It's nice when you already have your commander in play, but before that, yeah, I want to try Ravenform. Never seen that card. Oh, I have it. Goes to show how many commons and uncommons I browse. Cool. Want to know. Alright, Gitrog monster. Oh boy, this might be really tough. Ooh. Ooh, okay, so hexproof for Niv-Mizzet eventually, a bunch of lands, no counterspells, a decent card draw, mana rock, but we're on the draw, fine. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't really see this card that often, and honestly, I really just don't like it. I don't think it's very strong. It's a really, really bad top deck, especially if if it's like turn 4 onwards, it's just really bad. Whereas like Llanowar is, you know, continuously relevant. This isn't. There was an argument for playing a Steam, the Guildgate turn 1, certainly. I didn't do that, though. Does it matter? I guess this one. Doesn't really matter. So they do have some ways to blow up my stuff. And probably a lot of removal for Niv-Mizzet. I could not have left up a counterspell for the Gitrog monster. Temple and Field of Ruin. No, they might want more colors. Definitely the black-white, the black-green temple though. Command Tower. Maybe Den of the Bugbear. Temple and Fabled Passage. Okay, Fabled Passage plays nice with Gitrog monster. Oh, they had Lotus Field. Oh no. Okay. A little weird timing on the Lotus Field. I guess we're happy to see it there. So they can't play around Mystical Dispute doing anything crazy. So I can play a tap land. Actually, let's see. If I play this... Yeah, I think this is better because it lets me play out a mana rock, and then if I don't need a counter, I can still cast a card. So this works out better. But one of these should probably be the island, and this should still be in my hand, probably. Alright, we got into a decent spot where the first few turns there was no threat. But we have to draw things to not just die to Gitrog monster. Lead with Temple. Don't think I want that. I'm gonna blow up this Arcane Signet now and make a treasure token because it makes it so they can't cast Gitrog monster again. So that's nice. And we also, it allows us to leave up Thirst. Ancient Green Warden. Land from the graveyard. Alright, well that's not good. We don't really have any way to contest their graveyard. We also have no... Oh boy. I kind of just have to do it though, right? Like, alright, this is actually fine. I realize now I could actually activate this here. So that's pretty nice. So I guess it worked out that I actually played it turn 1. Yeah, that worked out really nicely. Same with the treasure token. I didn't plan for this, but synced up really nice. We actually have a hexproof Niv-Mizzet. So please don't have Eldritch Reborn. Nice. Alright, so still in a sketchy spot, but we can probably do things now if we draw good. It would be nice if our opponent played instants and sorceries. Gitrog monster doesn't necessarily flat out win the game. We bounce off the Green Warden too, so we're not really taking damage this turn. But this does have Death Touch, so I can't really do anything about that. They're still swinging. I don't think I... Well, I guess it's free to attack. Is there any way I can kill this right now? Whenever you draw a card, one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. It's like all my mana, but I suppose I'll do it. Oh, I guess not anymore. Now's a chance we can leave up a counterspell. So we'll discard a land and I guess this, right? Yeah. Oh man, Niv-Mizzet going to work. Yes. And then I have to play another card. Guess I'll play this. Hey, alright, so we poke that. We tutor for probably Wash Away, Negate even. Negate covers a lot of our bases. So we probably should take Negate just because we can actually cast it right now. Yeah, I'm liking that. Even Memory Lapse. No, Memory Lapse actually covers all our bases. So let's actually get that instead. And pass. That's fine. It's good. It's good. It's good. Oh, Corvus, thanks for the follow. I missed it. Again, it might have been when I wasn't actually streaming. Most of my Twitch followers are like people who follow when I'm not playing. So they're aware of this, so it's way worse than Disdainful Stroke. So I'm going to put this on top of our opponent's deck. Seems fine. Because if they tap out to do it again next turn, we are very happy about that. Niv-Mizzet is so good. Especially, I'd argue the fact that I have Hexproof is stronger than Niv-Mizzet himself. Because he's like a Shark Typhoon that's like dealing... Oh, wow. They're going to mill over the Great Henge, though. Okay, I mean, yeah. I guess that sort of makes sense. It puts a threat into play that like I have to do something about. Am I drawing enough cards to kill one of their creatures this turn? Probably not. Unless I toss out that Lightning Bolt immediately. What's in their graveyard? And this can put back anything? Card from your graveyard. Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's do this. Okay. Discard a land, and I guess we don't need Storm Tamer. Oh, that's one there, and then one to face, and then we Lightning Bolt it for the end of its life. Hopefully they put something on top that I can Disdainful Stroke. Okay, let's find out. In Reliquary Tower, it might wind up being relevant. But once you're in Reliquary Tower, like, range, it doesn't really matter what's happening because you have so many cards. Right? Like, if you're always at 7, it doesn't matter if you're at 7 or, like, 10. They put Nylea's... Oh, right, because it actually deals with Niv-Mizzet. But I think it's their whole turn's worth of mana. I am going to play it super safe and leave up more counterspells than I probably have to instead of playing this Midnight Clock that probably isn't relevant anyways. They have Fabled Passage, which is annoying. I'm going to counter this. Yeah. We're going to counter this and not regret it. That's what we're going to do. Resolve. Their best bet is Blast Zone. Just putting up to 6. That is by far their best bet. It doesn't take them out of this, but it's really what they probably should try to do. Also, I'm not even sure they have Nylea. Oh, yes, they do, because they have a 3-mana producing land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 mana. So they have to crack the Fabled Passage? Okay, what? What are you doing? We're not doing the damage to... What's going on here? 3 damage to creatures without flying. So what's next that can deal with Niv-Mizzet? I should probably play it safe. No. What? Oh, it's twice. Oh, it's double damage. It's double damage. I was about to not counter it, and I didn't because I thought they had another thing to do. So I'm actually just dumb. Alright. They reset us. It's fine though, we're not out of this. I can recast it, but that was obviously a huge mistake. Again, not reading the cards. I just thought you had to, like, double up on the mana. Hopefully Disdainful Stroke does something right now. No, maybe not. Now they have Blast Zone ticking away, it looks like, with their Kraken immediately for. I'm not sure why they did that. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. I guess I'm just not gonna... Actually, this works out. Frogify was really nice. So now they don't continuously get this Fabled Passage, and the board is fine. The board is stable, and I don't really have to cast Niv-Mizzet. I can just draw go because I have counter spells. So this is fine. Obviously, we would rather have our commander in play. I think I'm going to play this 2 tapped. So if they crack this on 1, it's pretty reasonable. They do not. So now this stays in play forever. The Amulet. At least it doesn't die to this, I should say. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. They pop this on 2. Okay. What? Okay. Very strange to me. Very strange. Oh, right, because of the Green Warden. Right. It's another thing that, like, I'm just stupid about. My opponent's doing things. I'm like, why are you doing that? And then right when it resolves, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes more sense. Where is my head? Alright, please tell me I can counter that. I can. I suppose I'll use Essence Scatter. Don't think it matters. Disdainful Stroke's probably going to hit Gitrog monster anyways. This seems fine. We get to replay Blast Zone too. Wow. Oh man, I feel like I royally screwed this one up, didn't I? But I'm not out of it yet, so I gotta leave up mana. I'm not gonna equip my thing, especially when it just gets blown up by Blast Zone anyways. Doesn't seem very strong. Okay. Good to see that work. Yeah. Alright. We're in a bit of a pickle. But being at 5 is fine. We can still do things. Oh no, what's this? They might just be doing this preemptively. Makes sense. So the Amulet's pretty much a no-go. They just blow it up, so there's no reason to equip. Blow it up whenever they want. They let me untap, so certainly no spot removal spell. Wouldn't make a lot of sense. So we bounce the board, and then we just counter things as they try to come back down, because the Green Warden will be a problem. They don't have a man land in play, right? Nope. And I'm not really going to respect a haste threat. Maybe I should have swung first so the Grazer gets killed. Because they block with it. Probably. But I guess it's not super relevant. I don't know what my opponent's pausing here for. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 mana up. So I guess I can leave this in hand. But I think it makes more sense to just play it as a land. I seriously doubt I'm going to censor something successfully. There's no way my opponent scoops in this spot. Really? I feel like this is a totally fine spot to be in. Like, this is not... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They have 12 mana. They have 12 mana. Wow. I guess they're just done. Even through that massive blunder of letting Niv-Mizzet die at once. Apparently they can't beat it. Did we see any removal? No, not really. Did we? Wait a minute. Did we see any black cards? We didn't see any black cards. That's kind of interesting. So maybe it's just mono green. No, if it was just mono green with a Gitrog monster, they wouldn't have so many black sources though, right? Like that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. So there must be black cards, and they just haven't drawn any. I don't know. A pretty decent draw. Nothing crazy. Fortunately, they milled over Augur. Imagine that was ticking away. Yeah, their hand must be just lands or something. Not too surprising. You're probably running like 55 lands with Gitrog Monster. Probably. I don't know. Alright, I mean, they're technically still able to come back. Oh, we already played a land? Alright, never mind. I guess I'm not playing this as a land anyways. And pass. Okay, they have an instant speed something. Oh, it could just be Blast Zone, so maybe not. But it doesn't seem like they're here. Andreas 9600 seems to have packed it in. Again, has 12 mana. I just don't see why you'd scoop there. I feel like you should take this very turn, and then if this turn gets messed up by counter spells, then maybe you could scoop. But like, what if I just don't have a counter spell in my hand? You just play your 5/7 with reach, and I'm back to not being able to swing. You're back to being able to blow up my hexproof ability, so I can't effectively block. And then you just have a 5/7 that's lethal, and I have to answer it immediately. Seems like a very strange time to concede. I'd argue it's more likely they just walked away from the computer doing something else, but the timing doesn't. I mean, of all the times to scoop, it's like one turn too early. I don't know. I think they just roped out deliberately. We'll take it though. Haven't seen Gitrog Monster in quite a while actually. So we haven't really played against anything that's playing like creatures that are 2 and 3 mana too much, which is I feel the weak point of our deck. But maybe not. We do have ways to deal with stuff like that. Oh no! So we're playing somewhat similar things, except they have removal spells. Maybe they're just hoping you'll scoop instead of waiting. Yeah, I guess. But I still would wait to see if my stuff resolved, and then rope out, right? I don't know. Like you're not in a bad position. At least not in my book. Wish our hand was a little bit better than it is. I'm gonna play this as a tap land. Oh, that is so annoying. Alright, well, I guess I can't play mine, because now they just have their commander for the rest of the game. Threatening. Yep. Do I want to just lose to an Abrade? What? Hey, Narcissus Reversal coming in clutch. Ooh, boy. Alright, so I'm going to take their counterspell or their discard spell. Non-land. Yeah, let's just take that. Oh, saucing with a 1/1 now? Yes. Oh, man. That's great. Alright, so we can play this now. Swing. And then pass. Frogify my own token, yeah. Is this a problem? It can be a problem. Hey, not respecting the Essence Scatter. They can recast it next turn though. But we can frogify. Wait, they put it what? They left it in the graveyard? They left it in the graveyard? But if I deal with Eldest Reborn, you're screwed. Man, people playing it risque. I can even punish. Wait a minute. Their hand full stop does not answer my commander in any way. This is just great. This is amazing. My opponent just gave me an excellent position. Unless this card was good. Or they obviously drew a good card. Yeah, this exchange is quite favorable for us in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. Sauce him for 5. We didn't draw a land. Does that mean I want a Mending or Thirsty Worsty? No. We'll just play Search and pass. Discard the frog? Could discard, like... Yeah, we'll discard Thirst. I think we'll draw enough cards. This Frogify might have to do something. Okay, I don't really care about that. I mean, at the very worst, it just draws 2 cards. I'm probably going to draw 2 cards off this. If that's all they're doing. So I guess the Eldest Reborn did resolve. We could have punished it, but I think getting my commander in play is just, like, way better. Spark Harvest? Whoops. Yep. Can we counter that? They have 2 mana up. We can make them pay 4. Okay. They can't cast Counterspell because they don't have 2 mana. 2 blue. Yeah, this whole sequence just made no sense at all. This should have absolutely stayed in your command zone. I suppose I could have tried to punish them harder by not committing Niv-Mizzet and just countering this, and then they would have no way to get their commander back. They have a very strong hand, kind of slow though. I feel like in that position, I only had 1 counterspell, so it kind of makes sense to try to just draw a bunch of cards and maybe even win if this fails to get killed. But I don't know, it just seemed weird. Maybe my opponent didn't realize I was going to be able to like untap and just windmill slam Niv-Mizzet. I don't know. Just don't think I would have done that ever. Getting under a counterspell opponent is nice, because if your commander is uncounterable from the graveyard, that's pretty good, but I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, I do like this. Chatterfang is pretty cool. We have a sweeper here. We can stop Chatterfang. Spell Pierce is probably poop, but Lightning Bolt seems alright. Alright, they... Temple. No Llanowar Elves. I think I'm gonna lead with Lightning Bolt. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, they have something else? Nope, they're not casting it. Alright, so blue and pass again. Okay. Spell Pierce? Yes. Funny, 2 lands, 2 spells to cast. That was a really good 2 cards to have. Certainly. Now we only have 1 blue. But I guess we're not in too big of a trouble. We have Radical Idea. Chatterfang again? Yup. Alright, I'm going to Radical Idea because we can just deal with this later. If anything, I could just Frogify it, actually. Might wind up just doing that. Let's play a land that's tapped. Play this. Are we going to Frogify? Yeah, we're going to Frogify. Just keep trying to tap the blue. It's annoying. I don't want them to go out of control with this. I could Abrade it, even, but, I mean, if it's offline for the rest of the game, it seems pretty good. They can kill their own commander. They're green, so they can naturalize as well. Okay, that was strange. Enchanted land is tapped. Okay. Kalani Garden. I love it. Alright, so... Search. And then... Pass? Abrade something that's not good. Usually this deck doesn't run any big creatures except like Craterhoof Behemoth. Yep. I mean, if they pass here, we're in a pretty good spot. Alright, they found a way to kill their commander. Kind of annoying, because now Blood Artist got some triggers. I didn't kill it in response. Well, I couldn't, but... Also draws 3. Champion of... Ugh. Enters the battlefield. Okay. Alright, so now I kind of have to kill something before I just get drained out. But I'm pretty content with a 0-1 sitting there, and I guess a 1-1. Kind of need lands. How many cards in our graveyard? 5? No, I still need a land though. Yeah, kind of unfortunate. And then pass. Could do this for a sweeper. It's way worse when our opponent knows about it though. But given the board state... No, you know what? We probably don't... No, yes. Let's just cast it, because it flips Escanta faster. We could even tutor for a red source, actually. Maybe that... No, I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. Brainstorm? I like Brainstorm here, because we have Escanta. And do I want to play it now? No, we don't. And their board dies to Niv-Mizzet eventually too, because they're just 1 toughness. Oh boy, what's this? Is this some kind of X spell? 6, 7, 8, 9. No, they're just recasting their commander off the castle. That makes sense. Is that the 3rd time? I think that's the 3rd time. Yep. Chatterfang has died plenty of times this game. It's funny. It's not a red source, and we're already getting a land here, so I don't really care. I feel like I really want to hit a red source right now. We can Escanta away Poop as well. Found a red source. It's an untapped red source. Do we feel like we're safe to just commit Niv-Mizzet right now? It's not the end of the world if it gets countered. Not really. I suppose we would like a land next turn, so we'll do that. I can't leave up negate, so maybe I can just wait a turn. Maybe that makes sense. I also would get rid of this on the top of my deck. I don't have to deal with it. No, you know what? Our opponent has shown us nothing, so I'm just going to do this. All they've shown me is ways to recast their commander. So if you're not committing anything more to the board... Alright, they have a removal spell. Kill this. The game pretty much stops every time Niv-Mizzet comes in play, so they certainly are in the right to try to kill that. Toski is, of course, one of the worst cards to see, and of course they have it, because why wouldn't they? I just got to recast my commander. I just have to. I literally can't let the Toski just run away with the game. Good sign. Alright, good. Good. They still draw a single card, though. But from here on out, it gets a little bit tougher to start drawing cards. But Toski's certainly one of the better cards to have in this spot. Alright, we can kill that. 1 toughness. Oh no. It's alright. Yeah, alright. Still in it. We've killed each other's commanders so many times. Alright, so please don't draw something good off the top of your deck. Okay, thanks, bye. They have Wolfhaven, so they can make a squirrel and a 2/2, but that is not Crazy. Parallel lives. All right, so 2 squirrels and 2 wolves. Oh boy. Should probably swing. Oh wait, no, you don't swing first. You don't swing first. They could just literally not attack. That is also reasonable here. It's also reasonable. Oh wait, they had an onboard answer because they. Oh my god, they had an onboard answer. The treasure token land thing, yeah. Oh, I think we're gonna lose. I can still look for, I don't know, Hour of whatever. Toski completely soloed me. What a surprise. Cool. That sucks. If we had like 1 untapped mana to like that prior turn sequence to leave up one of our counterspell, I think it was Essence Scatter we had. Actually would have been in a little bit better of a spot, but nope. Yep, that's Toski. Almost had it, almost, but didn't quite get there. Didn't quite get there. I mean, yeah, if I was aware of the token generating land, I would have just escanted for literally Hour of Devastation and killed Toski because this makes him lose indestructible. But we didn't get there. So it's green-white. 3 lands. Okay. Play this on blue-red. This deck is really fun, though. I really like Niv-Mizzet. He's so ridiculously strong. He's so good. I'm not gonna tail send their commander. Not this early. It seems like a ridiculous thing to do. Don't even go for it. Makes sense. All right, this and that. Heroic Intervention does not work either, so we actually have probably the best card in our entire deck for this matchup. Soul Warden. Alright, maybe a combo with the Presence of Gond. Tap a creature, untap, tap a creature, untap. Make a 1/1 every time, forever. Foretell. Play this tapped, pass. Now, they doesn't have haste, so it doesn't kill me, and it still dies to this, but I assume that's what's going on with this. Song of Freylease. Do they instantly tap for mana? They do. Alright, this is a problem. Well, maybe not, actually. Alright, if they were going to play things that are good against Hour of Devastation, that's certainly what you want. I only have 2 lands still, so I'm pretty comfortable blowing up the board here. Red, red, red. So we already have all the red we need. We don't need a lot of red outside of just 3 red sources. This seems like a nice spot to sweep the board because, again, they only have 2 lands. They can't recast their commander. And this is now useless. Yeah. Opponent agrees. I didn't even realize they were missing land drops. The fact that they... No, it still makes sense to keep because they have a mana dork on 2. And they have a lot of mana until your next turn. Oh, no, this is twice. This is twice. Right, yeah. So that's decent. That's a decent keep there. I like it. Probably makes sense to keep, too, because you don't want... You know, you want as few lands as possible, so you have as many things to do as early as possible against, like, a blue-red counterspell burn deck or whatever. So that makes sense. Surprisingly fast to win. No, wait, no. At the end of the day, it is kind of just a, you know, play out your hand, hope it's good enough deck. So it sort of ends pretty quickly, no matter how you slice it. Samit. Okay. 5-mana 3/4 Flash. Flash and Haste are such a strange... This is probably the only card ever to have these two, because they do not do anything... Oh, no, excuse me, it has another ability. It can flash in 1/6 and actually untap. Alright, so there's a reason for it to have both. It just looks weird. It's definitely your favorite traditional Niv-Mizzet of the 3. Yeah. I like this one of them all. The first one is weird. This one is probably better in, like, every way, but The first one looks cooler. I like the art. And the flavor text in the first one is obviously great. But if I were to choose, I think I'd choose this one. The 5-color one. I'm not big on the 5-color Niv-Mizzet. I think he's one of the weaker 5-color commanders. Though, with that being said, no, I think he's one of the weaker 5. Yeah. I even like Sliver Overlord, even if you're in a non-Sliver deck, more than I like that Niv-Mizzet. He demands too many specific cards in your deck. Is our opponent not here? Like, I can't play Sultai Splashing red and white. I kind of have to have one of every color, like, scheme in there, and probably more than one of it. So I'm just not big on it. Doesn't look like our opponent's here. It's kind of unfortunate. I suppose we do want to land. Well, I guess if they come back, they're behind now significantly, but they're still playing red-green, so. Oh no, they're playing Naya because it's got white on it. Oh, trying to get me there, opponent, trying to sneak it in there, that third color. The first one is only better if you put Curiosity on it and can tap it immediately. Oh yeah, that's true. I suppose for that exact combo, that one could potentially do it significantly faster. Or just like in the same turn. That one, you can counter that one though, right? I think you can counter the first one. It's kind of weird that you can't counter this. Like that's, I mean, it makes sense. It is Niv-Mizzet, right? It's just like, man, Niv-Mizzet, you're really, when you're coming, you're coming. There's no stopping you. All right, our opponent is not here. That's unfortunate. Not sure why it's making them stay in the game though. Usually it boots them by now, so I don't know what that's about. Well, if we're here for the next 30 minutes, looks like we're here for the next 30 minutes. Bard class. They also don't get to choose what they discard. Legendary spells cost 2 less. Oh, is that how that works? I never actually read. I thought the level 2 was the initial part. I actually didn't know you had to invest mana into this twice to actually get the discount. I thought you instantly got it. Rip. Worse 95% of the time, yeah. Well, on the bright side, in EDH, you can actually run all of them in the same deck, right? Well, except the 5-minute one. So, though I guess if you were gonna do that, you would more than likely put this one in the command zone and the other one in your deck. But it's pretty satisfying to have both in play at the same time. Wait, does it combo in itself? Let's see, you ping, draw, ping. No, it doesn't. It's just like a lot of cards, but it doesn't like instantly win you the game. Does it? Wait a minute. I don't know how the old one reads. Whenever you draw a card, untap him, or is it when he deals a damage? Well, no, he wouldn't deal with damage because he taps to deal damage. No, he taps to draw a card. So you tap him to draw. Niv-Mizzet sees you draw pink. So they actually combo off each other, don't they? Yeah. That's funny. Cast it turn 2, turn 3, put 2 men into it, pump out 2 creatures. With the Bard class? I assume you're talking about the Bard class. Those 2 creatures have to be legendaries, don't they? Do we like this hand? Against the Gitrog monster again. Oh, wow, alright. Yeah, Bard class. Well, if those 2 creatures, if it's not just legendaries costing 1 each less, then I suppose you could do that. Yeah. I suppose you could do that, but yeah, alright. Alright. Seems very like that's like a unicorn sequence, isn't it? Turn 2 Bard class, level it up, and then have it do something significant. I feel like just using my mana for things is a good idea, but I don't want to use my only counter spell, unfortunately. But they did ramp, so I can't tap out for solve the equation. Not that I think I would. Oh boy, got a lot of red sources. Oh boy, alright. Just windmill slamming the old commander. I like it. Kind of makes sense. You should probably just keep casting your spells. Because what are you doing if you're not? Wait, what? Did they not redirect it? What's going on? 60 card. Yeah. In Brawl, it's... Oof. I mean, it makes your commander cost 2 less. I guess. I don't know. You could potentially have... Like, maybe there's enough legendaries to have, like, 45 legendaries that are relevant with bar class in your deck. Okay, so they put it back. They can't recast it next turn, so I can Guardian Idol. Are we gonna Guardian Idol? I think so. Are we? Or do we solve the equation? No, I'm gonna Guardian Idol because it lets me leave up this counter spell. That might do something, might not. You can get it off 75% of the time in a game. Well, that's certainly more consistent than I would have put credit to it. Okay. Did they play 2 lands this turn? I wasn't paying attention. Wasn't paying attention. All right, so we're missing 1 blue to cast Niv-Mizzet. I don't think I'd go for it right now though. Our opponent can blow up one of our blue sources, and there's a decent chance they will. I still have a counterspell for their commander, so I can solve the equation for maybe even a... We can get the blue source right now. I guess I should. What are they thinking about? I don't know. The blue source being Seagate, obviously. Like, why? Why would I do that? Yeah. Fortunately, there's a lot of redundancy in our deck. So, like, getting a counterspell... Like, there's so many choices that it just feels like getting something that's unique is just stronger. And being able to actually cast my commander eventually is a pretty good idea. Alright, play 2 more lands, please. Have no cards in hand. Oh, rip. Alright, I'm going to hard counter this. I'm not going to just give them the option to put it on top. Because then if they do that and have a land, they can play around that, and I'm in trouble. Alright, so they do not have a land in hand. No land in hand, 4 cards, and whatever these 4 cards were are either worse than Gitrog, or just like dead cards in this given scenario. And we drew the blue source. So, I'm curious if I want to cast Niv-Mizzet. Probably not, because it's just going to die. I'm really confident it will, but I suppose it's not the end of the world if it does. Really isn't the end of the world, and I can't realistically leave up mana. You know what? I'm just going to do this, actually. I'm actually just going to do this. This seems great. This just feels better. We got the Hexproof card. Our opponent cannot cast this. They can do something else this turn. Okay. That actually dies to Hour of Devastation. Does it actually die to Hour? Wow. All creatures... Wow. Okay. That was insane. That was an insanely good sequence for us. We get to kill their whole board here. Oh my god. Oh, feels good. I'm not going to stifle that. And then I run out the Ammy Whammy. And we pass. At this point, I'm almost fine. Alright, so that was their top deck. Questing Beast. Of all the text on this, I can counter it. So I will. They have 2 black untapped. Wait, whoa, why didn't you just Binding Niv-Mizzet? Oh, because I had mana to, yeah. So that means there's an answer to Niv-Mizzet in hand still, right? Otherwise it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And they don't have a land in hand, so... I believe they... Yep, they're still 1 mana off, because they tapped out completely to cast it last time, so they'd have to play an untapped source. But they're not going to go for this anyways, so it wouldn't make a lot of sense. Sure, that doesn't kill Niv-Mizzet. Actually just dies to it. I really don't care how many lands you have in play. I doubt I'm going to die to this man land. Not impossible, though, but I kind of doubt it. Oh, looking at their graveyard here. Oh boy. Probably won't counter this. You find questing be... okay, fine. That's actually kind of annoying, so... Give this the old pokesty poo. Alright, I mean, we untapped with Niv-Mizzet and our opponent has no board. It's kind of the dream scenario, right? It's where you almost always want to be. And we have counterspells. So I think this game is over. It is absurdly difficult to come back from this. They do have a man land, though. Opponent playing this at a weird time, but okay. I think I'm going to invest and use that mana now. We have no maximum hand size. Yeah, I probably would just discard a land here. It had to be basic too, so I probably just would. Trying to think. So this can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This kills us in 2 attacks. Actually 3. It's 1 off from 2. But it's pretty likely they find a mana source to make it a 2-turn clock. So this is actually a reasonable time to not scoop. You're in a horrible position, because probably nothing you do will resolve anymore. But this land is kind of a problem for me. To the extent of their knowledge. Now, I have some devils to block it, so it wouldn't have mattered, but they scooped before they saw that. And I wouldn't have cast it this turn, because I'm leaving up counterspell mana. So, yeah. But, obviously, an insane uphill battle that is probably impossible to overcome if you do lose that land. Or the land winds up not being good enough, which it probably was not going to be good enough. In fact, I can guarantee it wasn't, because I know what their next draw is, and I'm going to counter it, and then I'm going to play the devils, and then I'm going to win. So, yeah. But I still would force my opponent to show me some way to stop the den. I still would force it. Alright, well, we certainly have a very positive win rate. I think we've lost only 2 games. Maybe it's just 1. Not sure. Big Papa Jack. Playing Grolnok the Omnivore. So blue-green, in my opinion, is a bit of a stronger color combination than blue-red. Certainly have some ramp, more ramp than we do. Probably a little bit better of a creature base. Well, we don't really have any creatures, but if we did. So when it attacks, they mill 3. Whenever permanent is put in your graveyard, exile it with a Croak counter, and then you can play lands and cast spells that have Croak counters. Okay, so he basically draws you an insurmountable amount of cards. Kind of cool. All right. Yeah. Am I countering their commander? Do I even care? I guess I care. Red. I seriously doubt they're gonna respect Wash Away. I sure wouldn't. Wow. What? Okay. I guess this lets them leave up a mana. Oh, no, it just gives this... it permanently stays. Right? So this always taps for 3. Can I deal with that? I cannot. This is a problem now. Opponent just made a Black Lotus. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I mean, yeah. Just pass. Still have to respect counterspells, I guess, but not as much as they would have otherwise. Probably won't go for their commander this time. Yeah. Well, I mean, oh boy, hopefully this works. It does. I assume there's almost no non-permanence in their deck because how their commander works. If I kill this, they're so far away from casting this, it'll make me happy, but I can't. I also have no counterspell. I can find a... I can't really find anything spicy. Alright, so we're going to play Midnight Clock and a tap land. Because we can Shatterskull Smashing their commander. And I will definitely do that. This can't go to Planeswalkers, can it? Oh, it can. Oh no, please don't make a token? Alright, sweet. They didn't make a token. Nice. We're not running Memory Deluge. Maybe we should. Kind of forgot that card existed. It'd be the only 4-mana card in my deck. That's funny. One turn too late. We can't kill this, can we? 1, 2, not even close. So red, blue. So we can play our commander. So we'll bank on them just never having Frogify. I don't know. Frogify is certainly in their deck. They are literally playing a frog commander. And there's 3 frog effects. Or essentially like 1 literal frog. And then the other 2 that do the same thing. So we'll see. They did not make a Treant, so it's even more likely they have an answer to Niv-Mizzet. Otherwise, it's kind of strange to do this. Okay, so they sort of have an answer to just preventing me from attacking. Makes sense. I guess I'm not drawing enough to kill the 7/7, so I'll just poke this. And then I'll play this. That's the only thing I can do, so... Well, realistically. But like I said, blue-green is certainly not upset playing against what we're doing at all in any way. Do we want another counterspell? I don't even think I do, actually. Beacon Bolt seems decent. It's kind of weak right now. But it's certainly an option. Probably just literal card draw is better. Like Brainstorm. It's probably just better to do this. Yeah, and it actually answers the problem card in play. Well, sort of. The Incubation Druid, that is. Because it's just a lot of mana. Now we don't have to deal about it. Worry about it. Deal with it. So I'm not playing that this turn, and I have enough lands to do that. Yep. Boop. Boop. And boop. Alright, so they're probably not going to swing with this, which is nice. But it did draw cards. So we play this, and I think I'm going to leave up a 3-mana counterspell over simply casting a Storm Tamer, which is sort of the same thing, except it's an onboard counterspell, and it's more specific than stack removal. So. Alright. It should probably be making... Yes, there we go. Probably should have been doing that earlier, actually. Alright, well, I guess nothing we do matters. There's no answer to that in my entire deck. I think I just have to Surveil. No, I can just cast this and look at one. Technically better. Yeah. Yep. But now we're just dead. Like I said, blue-green is really just the worst thing to play against because they have just massive, hard to deal with things. And again, I think blue-green is the strongest color combination in Commander. Full stop. I can't really deal with the board, but I can't deal enough damage to kill them right now. I seriously doubt it. So I suppose I'll just do what I can to buy time. Yeah, I don't know. Kill this. Well, maybe. They can sacrifice it to Kama before I actually do that. Right, sacrifice activated abilities. Okay, so they can tap my... Ooh! They can tap my Niv-Mizzet, so I have to, like, not die? If they go to... It doesn't matter what they do with Kama. It really doesn't matter either way. Yeah, that makes more sense. Can I kill Kama? Lightning Bolt, draw. I'd have to, like, counter my own Lightning Bolt, and that's not really getting me anywhere. I think the only thing I can do is try to kill Kama right now. I think. Don't know what else I can possibly do to win this, so... Resolve. And then I play a card and counter my own card. I guess I can actually now Shatterskull. This is bad. Alright. For 2. I can do it for 1? I can do it for 1. Because Niv-Mizzet is the other ping. Yeah. Let's not overinvest our mana. Auto pay for 1. Ping that twice. Kill comma. So we actually killed... What? Why didn't it do anything? Am I dumb? Oh my god. Oh my god. We almost... Wait a minute. I didn't pick a target. Whoops. Can I win? No. I'm 1 minute too short. I'm 1 minute short. Wow. That's... Oh, that is so unbelievable. Alright, so if I killed comma, they would have 14 coming at me. And then I would have the combo. I mean, this means they have nothing in play. I guess I have 15 coming at me. 1 card short, dude. 1 mana short. If I killed comma, we technically aren't dead. But any ramp spell kills me because they have lethal in play. I'm dead 6 ways of Sunday. Super, super close, though. But yeah, not killing comma wound up not mattering. But obviously, it makes sense to, you know, do the right thing. So that was a bit of a mistake. Super close, though. Oh yeah, ramp spell kills them because it triggers the curiosity. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so it would have to be a creature-based ramp spell. Or they would just have to, yeah, some sort of creature-based ramp. Some kind of haste threat like Questing Beast or Craterhoof Behemoth could have killed me there. I mean, yeah, that would have killed me no matter what I did. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it probably... I probably punted the game, yeah. More often than not, it's pretty likely. Again, any answer to Niv-Mizzet also negates my attempt to just win the game, so... We'll see. We'll see. In hindsight. 800 years from now in the afterlife. Alright. What is this? This is the token one? No. Top 5. Exile. Okay. It's kind of weird. So am I soul shearing this or this? I don't think I care about their commander. I think I'm just going to soul shear this. I'm going to do it right now. I'd rather them just not occur any value as long as possible, but I don't think it matters. Add 1, spend this elemental or Chandra. What? Okay. So play a land, play Celestus. No. I think I'll just leave up counter magic now. Lose it to the 6-minute Chandra. I'm surprised they're not... Oh, come on. Am I dead to that? Yep, whatever. Not only did they actually had the only like ramp spells in all of red too to do that. Whatever. All right. Well, nothing. I don't think there's a single thing in my entire deck that was going to beat that, even if it was turn like 10. So I guess I shouldn't even be upset because at least the game ended really fast. To their one of best card, their red Toski basically. We can technically race it, but it's just way too early. Way too early to consider that. It's just not feasible. Turn what, 4? Turn 5, I think. Niv-Mizzet was so far away, and it doesn't even stop what else was going on. I'm still just taking damage because they're still a mono red deck that was actually going to be drawing more cards than we were. I want to play that Chandra, actually. I think it's really nice. It's like the 4-minute Chandra, except if you're mono red, it's it basically is exactly the 4 mana Chandra. So it's like strictly better than her if you're playing mono red, or just maybe have a high density of red cards. 1 counter spell. We're against a, what is this? Black white. Ooh, alright, I like this against black white. Usually a slower style of. Alright, so do we lose? A non-creature, right? Why, dude? Why? I'm not going to give my opponent the satisfaction. We literally lose to that. That is going to... That was a 1 mana 1/1 Phyrexian Arena, but you don't lose a life, and it deals 1 damage to your opponent every turn. So your opponent basically loses the life. And I have no answer in hand. And they were on the play, so I couldn't even so much as get the wizard class in play. Rodonkulus. I've never seen this card in my life. That's not true. I've never seen it in Arena. Sacrifice a rat. You mean to tell me there's enough rat cards in historic Brawl, or just historic, to play a rat deck? Are you serious? And I didn't know about this? No. Kind of. Alright, fine. Oh, right. Relentless Rats. Relentless Rats. Right, right. So you can technically do it. That's kind of cool. I've never seen this. They lose to a sweeper, though, right? Because it's like mono white, where they just don't do anything when their hand runs out. This is certainly the best card of all time to have right now. Do I Abrade that? I think I do, actually. It enters the battlefield, right? Yeah, so I can kill it in response. Do I? I mean, I can think of my opponent's turn. I think I'm gonna kill it. We're not upset with 1/1s, certainly. Oh, come on. Oh. Come on. Oh. Okay, well. What do we do now? I think now we're just violently digging for a sweeper, so taking 6 damage a turn until we find one. I could just counter everything they do as well. They don't have another land? Oh my god. Interesting keep. Alright, well, I gotta play this as a land, so I'll do that. And then pass. I think that just means they have more of these in hand. Why is it called Rat Colony? Isn't it? No, yeah, that makes sense. I got confused for a second. Niv-Mizzet does kind of just win the game, sort of, but the fact that they did that is like backbreaking. Alright, Spell Pierce is useless. I need all the lands I have, and I have dead cards in hand. And this is not doing much. I guess the Frogify is a little bit worse. Yeah. Okay. So we play this and pass. I can counter the next 2 rats. In fact, I'll just put a rat on top. Oh, they found a land. Oh, they don't have anything to cast? What? I'm confused. What? What is that? Ninjutsu? Okay, ninjutsu, sure. What does this one do? I get hit by this and I discard 2 cards. Okay. Alright. I'm taking 7. I'm gonna go to 1. So I lose you and you. Yeah, I'm gonna go to 1 here. But I guess we're not dead. We're dead to their... Oh, we're dead to a land? Oh my god. That's so annoying. I should have just killed at sorcery speed. Then this wouldn't have happened. But, I mean, I didn't. That just sucks. Sucks to see. I feel like this is like an extremely easy matchup too, but cool to see it though. I like this deck. This is really cool. Yeah. Man. What? If we oh no, because we didn't have another spell in hand. We didn't have another spell. Yeah, I can't radical idea from the graveyard without a spell in hand. So never mind. Never mind. We didn't actually just win the spot. That's funny. Yeah. Wow. All right. We basically lost because we didn't sorcery speed our removal. I can't say I expected them to do that. And it's funny because they actually used that to protect their card, and it was their only land for a while, that protection spell. I arguably would have preferred it to be a land. Certainly got destroyed by that. But again, they had the best 2-mana rat in their entire deck, that being the not rat. Alright, we're against mono blue again, so this hand is a little sketchy. This does kill their commander, but I mean, I'd rather counter it. I think I'm going to keep this just because of Search for Escanta. I think that makes sense. Yeah, Rat Colony is the new one. And probably a stronger one, because it costs 2 mana to 3, right? I guess you could run both. Alright. Spell Pierce? No. So, major advantage to us. Here comes a Mana Rock. Yep, not really a surprise. Seems very popular. Like, a lot of my mono-colored opponents just seem to always have a super early Mana Rock. It's kind of funny. Do we care what they're doing next turn? Not really. I feel like getting this out now just makes sense. Why not? It's not doing anything in the meantime. I'm not really taking myself off of anything. I could Soul Sear or something potentially, but I kind of doubt I would wind up doing that. So this is the win, so I'm not going to mill that. Oh, I didn't have to push enter. Alright, just cast your commander. Delver of Secrets. Ooh, spicy. Alright, well. Are you going to protect your creatures? Opponent does not. I agree. I would not try to defend my creatures. This is essentially a land, but getting this closer to be a land seems better. I'm going to foretell this because my opponent may think it's a counterspell. Also, their commander doesn't immediately do something, so I'm not, like, upset if it resolves. Okay. They played that tapped, and I seriously doubt they're going to run into a censor. Yeah. Alright, well, we want to land. And pass. Oh, discover the formula would be so great to resolve, but there's no way. There's just no way. Still an end-step threat for the opponent, though. Really? Wow. Alright. Didn't expect that, actually. We have, what, like 2 attempts at it? It also has to, like, you know, do stuff off the top of your deck. It isn't just a lol, I win. That is not a red source, but we're not out of this yet. I'm going to try to Ravenform. Return it to your hand? Okay. What? Wouldn't it just be better to get the 1/1 and recast this? Alright, I mean, yeah. Fine. I'm not sure why priority was being held there. I don't know what that's about. Seems strange. We get to scry this way, because instead of like windmilling a 5-mana sweeper, which I probably wouldn't do, they're going to put this back. Okay, they did not. Well, I guess you recast your commander now. You don't recast your commander? What? I am big confused. Big confused. These are not red sources. Go away. That is a red source. Alright, so if we untap with Niv-Mizzet, we win. Kind of difficult, But I'm actually not doing anything other than Niv-Mizzet anyways. So I guess I'm just going to cast it. Looks like we get to draw a card. I am definitely not going to just cast Curiosity right now. Not doing that. New Suri. Alright. Let me untap. Nice. We get to untap. Oh, wait. No. What are you doing? Stop looking at things. Oh. Alright. Fine. They bounce it. It goes to hand. Yep. Yeah, this Niv-Mizzet needs flash. Yeah, if only. Could you imagine? It's like, yeah, there'd be no reason to play whatchamacallit. So I can pin them under never playing a spell if I put Curiosity on it right now. Is that it's got to be the right thing to do. It just has to be right. Like, how many things can possibly deal with this that are not spells? It has to be right. Yep. Looks like our opponent doesn't realize, or they're just conceding. Nice, dude. Oh, yes. It only took 90 minutes. Yeah, we tap out and play it. But I'm thinking of... There's like 2 creatures that bounce things. Like you play it on summon. But I've never seen them play in my life. Played in my life. They do have Frogifies. Right? We gotta respect those. Maybe? I don't know. You're playing Kefnet, right? You kind of need a very dense amount of things on the top. In fact, I don't even know if they... Did they reveal anything with Kefnet there? I wasn't paying attention. I don't think they did. Maybe they did. Maybe I was too fixated on winning the game. Alright, so blue-green again. Not a good matchup. But I guess I like this hand. I guess. This red-blue. Opponent's playing spoopy sleeves. Spoop. Alright, that was a decent draw. We like this. We're gonna name blue. No, we're gonna name red. There's less red sources in our deck, and we don't really need more blue. Oh no, they have the best card ever. Gonna look for a land. There it is. Leave up, I guess, Electrolyze. No, we're gonna Wizard Class. We're just gonna sauce him with this. Just put that in play while we can. Uncounterable Divination. Yes, please. Can't counter that. And they got Blast Zone. Great. That's unfortunate. Can this pick up lands? No. Wait. Yes. So probably some extra turn combo nonsense. 1, 2, 3. I wonder if they go for their commander next turn. Probably not. Probably not. Actually, we can play that next turn. I'm comfortable with that. I'm feeling good about it. I'm going to snap this off right now. I guess we could play it right now, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. It means they... Well, I mean, they wouldn't anyways, but it makes the minus worse. The only thing I'm really taking down is an Essence Scatter, but I'm not too upset about that. I've seen a lot of Swan Songs, but I've never been interested in running it myself. Maybe I should. So if they ever correctly name a plus, I'm gonna scoop. Opponent takes the safe bet to minus. I certainly would. I would absolutely pick up this Swan Song. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, they're going to name something that's not in hand, so we don't have to respect it. Seagate Restoration. Yeah, that makes sense, because it is a land that she can name, right? And they need lands, so that is actually a heads-up play. I like that. Big brain opponent, big brain. Alright, so harass this for 1. Got our own Escata now. Theirs obviously flips way faster. Did we play Nivy? Nivy-Wivy? Red, blue. I mean, maybe. They only have 4 cards. Yeah. Yeah. They only have 4 lands. Right? Oh, I did the thing where I didn't look at the cards in graveyard that they potentially could have just had an onboard answer to, but they didn't. All right. Yep, found a land. They were looking for one last turn. It is blue-green, so they have like, what, 2 more Frogify style cards? Spicy. Alright. Alright, but it looks like we're untapping with Niv-Mizzet, so this game gets astronomically more difficult, if not completely impossible. Played out nicely for us. They did miss a land, but they did still kind of do everything that they wanted to. Wasn't as insane as the last blue-green deck, but probably heavy overlap in the cards they're playing. Because blue-green has like 60 insanely good cards in every single blue-green commander. So there's a lot of overlap. Uro is certainly in every single one. Shoot, Uro's in like Niv-Mizzet, right? Because Niv-Mizzet can actually get him because he's like blue-green and not a third color. I'll play another game, actually. The sun is still here. The night is young. Those two sentences make no sense together. Sun went down at what, like 4:30? I think the sun went down at 4:30 today. PM. 16:30 for you military folk. Linvala. It's the blue-white one, though, right? Yes, this is the party thing. I have not seen this before. Been playing against some pretty spicy stuff. I like it. I don't have a lot of experience playing against blue-white non-control. I guess there's some Urion. Oh no, opponent. Oh. Alright, well. I guess we're not playing against it. Yeah, but other than Urion, there's not a lot of blue-white non-control stuff. And usually Urion winds up having a lot of control elements to it anyways. Man, we just can't stop winning. Oh man, we're going to get all 15 of the weekly thing done. Oh, that's not the daily, though. Man, Niv-Mizzet's great. This is great. Oh ho. Blue-red mirror. Except our commander is uncounterable. Yeah. We played against... This might actually be the same person I played against last time. I think it is. Just the blue-red control deck, and the only win condition is literally Rousarek. A little bit of a rough matchup. We'll see, though. They're probably more in on the control thing than we are. Probably. But we do have a lot of spells that play nicely into it. Actually, you know, we might probably just have a lot of overlap. Just a lot of overlap. I'll cycle the Sweltering Suns. It's not going to do anything. They have no red mana, which is probably fine. Blue is the one you want. I am not upset if this gets countered. And it probably has to get countered, to be honest. So let's do that. I could just... No, I'm not going to get... I'm going to just not fight over that. I don't really need it. And there's so many dead cards that can get me. Like, so many cards that are really bad. So I'm fine with just not doing that. Oh, whoa. Play your land. Play your land, please. Okay, thanks. They cycle their own Sweltering, so that's funny. Yep. Alright. Okay. Missing land drops is a horrible thing to have happen. Yep. Good game. Yeah, they... At that point, it's like they're falling behind, and they know I'm going to play Niv-Mizzet next turn, so they kind of need to start doing things, right? You can't counter it, and if they have no removal spell for it, like the 5 damage red spell, this is just going to happen. And actually, the fact that they did this makes me think that their hand had no answers, because there's obviously a chance they did, and they didn't. Not too many. There's like a couple double red ones. There's like one in just the single red, Soul Sear, or Soul Sear, whatever. So they were probably just going to scry to desperately look for a land drop or something that deals with this. And then use the -2 on their untapped to double burn spell Niv-Mizzet. Because we're tapped out when we cast it, right? I guess technically that makes way more... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I should have Disdainful Stroked, actually, because if I drew a land, we would have been able to leave up Spell Pierce and then probably won through any answer. So kind of a potentially massive mistake, but I'm glad I saw it in hindsight. I just snapped off a counterspell because I think I just win if I counter it. If they sorcery speed tap out, they'd probably just lose anyways. Yeah. That was a fast game. I want to go again. Won't want the videos to be like around 90 minutes, but then I wind up going 2 hours. I'll go again. Oh no. Wait, is that the Dragon? Hold up. What is this? No. This is okay. So it's literally what Niv-Mizzet does, except it's 5 specific dragons instead of like potentially up to 10 random cards. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I don't think I've seen that card before. I think I've said that like 4 times. Wow. We're on the play. Keeping it. 5-color deck, probably slow. World Tree is really unfortunate to see. I am going to cast this so we can play this. Alright, don't do anything busted this very turn. Oh no. What is this? Alright, well that's they have the 5-color land and a 5-color mana and rock on 2. This is like the best thing of all time they could do. I'm gonna have to blow up this mana rock, I think. Tempo them out. Slow them down. I mean, barring I don't counter anything. I guess Essence Scatter. Doesn't have many targets, I don't think. Other than maybe some dragons, but... Okay. Land, please. Alright, I have to do this. Draw a discard. Yeah. I'll get rid of Solve and Negate, probably the weaker one. Radical Idea is probably kind of, yeah. Alright, kind of surprised they scooped. I assume this was super important to their hand, the Arcane Signet. Maybe they just felt like it was a bad matchup. There's a good chance that it's just a bunch of really expensive dragons, and they're just now even farther from casting them. They have green, white, and that is it in their 5-color deck. So, like, they're missing 3 colors. Yeah. Good heads-up play, I guess. that was a good play. Alright, now I won't play any more games. I'll move on. I'm surprised I didn't go change many cards between matches. Everything felt pretty good. Whoa, I got some lag. Some input lag on the mouse. Oh, I have this stupid... I gotta take that off. I think I had it up this whole time. It doesn't actually matter for YouTube because it's 60 frames. But I'm playing Skyrim, so I have to like set my monitor to a lower refresh rate for it to work at a higher refresh rate in game, which is 144 frames a second instead of like 60 what it's locked to. But my monitor is at 144 instead of like the 250 whatever, and oh wait, it's gone. Okay, it's gone. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. It has nothing to do with Magic anyways. I really liked every single card in this deck, I think. The red sweepers are great. They hit Planeswalkers, like both of these hit Planeswalkers, right? Yeah. Even Storm's Wrath hits Planeswalkers. Even more of a reason to run it. Probably should if you do own it. I don't. But we didn't need it. And there are some 5 loyalty things that these obviously hit that doesn't. It might just be too much in on that strategy, because it seemed as though every time we needed one, we kind of had one. Seagate was great. This was a deck that actually cast the front side of it. River's Rebuke is good. We got to discover the formula once, and I liked it a lot. You could argue this could just be any kind of draw spell that like doesn't... Like, this might just be better as a literal card draw spell, as Niv-Mizzet will see the cards being drawn and not just put from your library to your hand, which does not trigger this because it's not card draw. The extremely low curve is great. We never got Transmogrifying Wand. I'm not even sure if we saw it, actually. That's kind of weird. Did we? I don't know if I ever saw this card in my hand. Maybe we did. We didn't pay attention. The shatter effects are obviously really nice. I thought Beacon Bolt would be better than it was, but we never really got to see it shine. It is essentially a double removal spell. It kills 2 things. You can discard like even a land to it. And usually you have enough things in your graveyard that it winds up being pretty good. What is it? Glimpse. Glimpse of Freedom might just be better as like Seordain. But this triggers Niv-Mizzet. Seordain doesn't. This could just be any other cantrip as well and probably be better. I just wanted like 1 or 2 things in my deck that capitalize on having a redundant graveyard that you're not interacting with. It's nice to just do something with your graveyard. Even if it's just drawing a card, I think that's fine. And it's only 2 minutes at the end of the world. Like, if you don't like the card, you just tap 2 mana and get rid of it, right? Replace it with a card that was underneath it. Ravenform, we cast it once on Kefnet, I think. So one time we cast it? Yeah. And then, like, they bounced their own Kefnet, so they actually didn't get the Raven. So that was weird, but I like this card. I do like it. I'm surprised I hadn't seen it before. Ionize might be better off as a different counterspell. We have more blue in our deck than red. Obviously, you need 3 for Niv-Mizzet anyways, but in the meantime, it's more likely you get double blue, so Ionize should probably be a double blue counterspell instead. Ionize is a satisfying card, but we're not really killing our opponent with damage. I think I want to change that right now. I think there's even just a flat-out better counterspell as is, because it does something else while countering that isn't just damage. Electrolyze is a little loose. Doesn't seem like dealing 2 damage is super relevant at all. I mean, we're running... Oh, we're not running Shock, excuse me. Shock was in here for a second. I guess I took it out. So, I don't know. Electrolyze might be better off being... Honestly, maybe just another counterspell. Probably. Because you don't need too much help with Niv-Mizzet. Just, like, if you untap with Niv-Mizzet, he doesn't really need you to do things on your own turn. You just sort of sit there continuously and win with him. So, you know, drawing cards on your turn and pinging things, it's like, yeah, that's great, but... I mean, I like Electrolyze, but Prismari Command is certainly, like, 5 times better. I mean, you can't really compare them. They do different things. What else was... Anything else questionable? There was a surprising amount of times where we had a Frogify and we didn't have a way to use it. Just like the commander or opponent was playing, they weren't playing a creature deck, or we had to leave up mana for instance counters and stuff. So surprisingly didn't get to see this do things as often as I thought I would, but it's still probably a really good thing to have access to. I mean, there's even commanders that like sacrifice themselves, and turning your opponent's dead removal into cards that do something is also kind of annoying, right? Though a bit less annoying because you do actually have a creature-based commander, right? So it's not like their removal is inherently dead. I did like the wizard class a lot. Storm Tamer is another one that, like, if I'm running this, why am I not just running Dive Down? That draws me a card. I can play this in an earlier turn and then, like... But still have to leave up mana, right? I still have to have 7 mana to go for Niv-Mizzet if I want this to be worthwhile. So if I'm going to do that, it probably should just be Dive Down. It just draws a card at the very least. And your opponent has to, like... You know, you could play into it, right? Playing into a Storm Tamer that you're aware of is certainly not a good spot to be in, so... Yeah, and I don't like Dive Down, I don't think. I think the hexproof permanents are just better for that strategy, and you don't want to go too heavy in trying to do that. But if you're not running the Frogify effects, then I think you could run the instant speed protection spells instead. But I don't know how dense you want to be off of counter spells and sweepers and things to do on your opponent's turn. So let's look for 3 cards to replace these with. What are these? Look at the top 4. Why was this just lit up? I don't know. Oh, did I open a pack and not realize? Probably. Reveal an instant sorcery from Magnum, put it in your hand with the rest of the bottom. Flashback? Shoot, this is exactly what we're looking for. Perfect. That's funny. That's really funny. Maybe just cantrips are better. Opponent cast this on us once. It's just a stifle, right? Mana spike or whatever. That could potentially do more, but usually just... I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like mana tithe effects. Censor or whatever. Daze. Already have opt. I don't like unsummons. Maybe a bounce spell. We could run like the kicker bounce spell draw card. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. Shark Typhoon is another decent one. No, I don't like that. Playing this early and then just having it die doesn't feel great. I do like Mission Briefing. I do like that. It's sometimes just another counterspell, another sweeper when you need it as well. It does draw a card when you have Niv-Mizzet, and then Surveilling 2 isn't useless. So there's something there. I think I'm gonna give that card a try. I am liking this card. I mean, you don't really see me play it, but I do like the card. Surprisingly, like Narset's Reversal as well. I didn't think I would, but I ended up really liking it. That when it's good. Usually when it's good, it's really good. And when it's bad, it's like... I don't know if I'd say really bad. Supreme Will's probably fine. It's a counter, or essentially a mana leak, and also a cantrip. Yeah, that's fine. Should probably have already been in here, honestly. Yep, alright. I think that does not break the deck. It probably just makes it better, honestly. But yeah, if you have Storm's Wrath, you could consider that. That's just the biggest card on my radar, instead of maybe Transmogrifying Wand. But I still like this card. Like, imagine I was playing against Gitrog Monster, and I was able to blow it up 3 times, right? And they just have 2/4s that I can now block with Niv-Mizzet, or just sweep away with the 5 damage things that Gitrog can't die to. Or just killing something that's really annoying. There was a couple times no maximum hand size was relevant, so that's nice. We're not running Fabled Passage. I think there's enough tap lands, and thinning my deck of a land is... I think we can get away with as many untapped lands as possible. I might even... You could probably get away with dropping another mountain, honestly. Actually, with that logic, we do really need 3 of each color. So maybe Fabled Passage does make sense. Maybe it does make sense. Yeah. I just don't like tap lands early. But I think we can get away with it. Color fixing is certainly somewhat relevant. Just the triple red is the problem, really. The blue's never really an issue. It's just that triple red that gets you sometimes. But yeah, no, I like this deck a lot. It was wicked fun to play, too. And it won more than it lost, quite substantially. Yeah, so let me know what you thought about this list. This iteration of Niv-Mizzet and his very low curve. I'm sure there's some with way heavier curves than this one. Yeah, let me know what kind of commander you want to see me play next. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.